Okay, enough about that. Moving on. What else? There's plenty of activities to do. Me, I mean, I'm an outdoors person. You can see in the videos I talk about it a lot. So I preferred going island hopping, hiking, beach. I really didn't like the congestion and all that in Manila. I was there visiting friends, and I made the most of it. You can see the videos where I had issues. I'll talk about that later. But Manila was great for nightlife, shopping, wonderful for shopping, especially Green Hills Market shopping mall. So it's a shopping mall full of little market stores, and you can barter and negotiate and get great stuff at great prices. So check it out if you can. Everyone was lovely in Green Hills. You can see the video. But yeah, it was great for that. But I loved the other smaller provinces much more because people were very nice and friendly. Smaller town, a bit nicer, cleaner, fresher air. Less pollution, and just the activities like Sagada. So that's above Manila, still in Luzon. The regions are Luzon, Visayas, and then Mindanao. Okay. So in the Luzon area, it was a couple of hours, or it took ages, but Baguio was really nice, and then Sagada, so hiking, wonderful. Cebu, you guys have seen the video. If you haven't, check it out. Island hopping. Oh man, that was wonderful. I hired the boat. And I had a bunch of friends, and we had such a great time. We had barbecue, and it was wonderful. And they're lovely people. But yeah, there was a junk food culture that really got to me because I love cooking. I just love cooking. I love fresh food, and I love eating healthy. And I recommend you do it too. Learn how to cook and eat fresh, eat healthy. So obviously, when you're traveling, you got to eat. And often I would eat junk food just because that was all available. So if you see Yellow Cab, they have lovely, delicious pizzas. I love the Yellow Cab. A bit fresher, a bit more like a traditional Italian pizza. What else? Army Navy. So you guys can see it in the video. Army Navy was awesome because it was like Mexican style, but they had hamburgers and fried chicken. But I did also have fresh salad wraps and fresh salads, and again, fresh. The best was local restaurants. You might go to a restaurant and eat traditional Filipino food, and lovely. Obviously that's the point. Why go to Philippines and not eat the local food? Or why go to Vietnam and not eat the local food? So I always love to try the local cuisine. So when I could get to that point, it was great, but sometimes it would be really expensive or just hard to find a good place. So I'd usually go for the barbecue, like barbecue, rice, and some achara. Achara is kind of like, in the West we would call it a coleslaw or like a sauerkraut, but it's sweet. And it's basically just like a pickled fruit or a pickled vegetable. It could be pawpaw or it could be horseradish, whatever. But delicious, I loved it. So usually I'd go for the barbecue, like inato or inasal, which basically means like barbecued something. So inato chicken is barbecue chicken, or inasal, inasal chicken. But yeah, that was usually everywhere and very cheap. They've got the little charcoal barbecue stands on the street, cooking it up, and you go, oh yeah, how much is that? 40 pesos, okay. And you can get some rice and whatever. So that was really cool. But yeah, be careful of the junk food. So if you're a healthy person like me, it was something I had to manage very carefully because there was points where I felt just sick because I was eating junk food all the time. Or fast food. But you guys can see the videos. Another important thing, gun culture. I wanted to talk about it. Pew pew pew! I'm joking, it's a toy, obviously with the red. But there is a very strong gun culture in Philippines. So you will see it as soon as you go in the shopping mall. Those guys with guns, heavily armed police. When I say heavily armed, they've got a pistol and a shotgun or a rifle. It's there for you. It's there for your security, especially in the tourist areas. But they've had wars. They've had wars with other countries. They've had wars internally. They've had revolutions. So I mean, it's not uncommon they would build that level of security. So I actually always felt safe in Philippines, and mind you, I stayed in the good areas. And as I've said throughout the videos, I was respectful, and I knew what was going on around me. I was very careful. And often I'd have friends around me. So you will see me joking and being a comic. That's me being a comic and joking around for you because it's funny and entertaining. But I'm always talking to the security. You can't see them on camera. They're behind me, right? There's armed security. I've talked to the staff. They said it's okay to film, So even though I'm joking around, a lot of it is okay, all right? Because some people commented, oh man, how come you're talking that way? Or how come you're joking around so much? It's because it's okay, or I feel safe to do so at that time. But yeah, Philippines was fine, as in, you know, in safety. But regarding the gun culture, it's very common. Okay, so that's why you'll see it a lot in the videos. What I might do in future is I'll separate it. I'll make some shooting videos for people who want to see it, and then the other stuff, the traveling. Because not everyone's into shooting sports, but you gotta understand, shooting sports are just another sport. Soccer, football, baseball, basketball, it's the same thing, right? But you must be respectful, handle them safely, and that was always happening. For those who might freak at the Dumageddon video where we had a M4 automatic rifle, the shotgun, Mossberg shotgun, you know, you might, oh wow, look at all these guns. We had 5 safety officers. We had 3 competition shooters that were linked to the gun store, supervising, and then we had 2 range officers from that shooting range. So again, you see them a few times just on the corner, but we had 5 people helping manage that shoot, right? So just to give you an idea of the level of safety. Okay, we were not complacent. Yeah, you might even see in the additional footage, the bonus footage. Yeah, we even joked around a bit, we're laughing, but everything is pointing in a safe direction. Everything was checked 3-4 times before and after we use it. The ammunition is kept separately and checked. So, you know, and as professional shooters, they're watching and supervising each of us. But still allowing us to film and still allowing us to have a good time. So none of it was crazy or complacent. Everything was safe. Okay, but just something to consider. So if you're into shooting, obviously you can do it in Philippines. If you're not, you will see a lot of it. Like you see people with guns. Okay, and usually I'm talking about security and police. So just so you don't freak out. Some people do when they go there. And also, you know, the videos. Let me know, guys, if you enjoy it. What you like, and I'll film it more. Yeah, I'll clarify. I mean, I already kind of did it with the bonus footage, but you know, I took a trip with Miss X. I'm just going to call her that just to keep her anonymous. But she is actually an Australian Filipina. So she's a Filipina from Australia. We were friends. We travelled together. Had a falling out. It didn't work out. Also, I just really didn't. She was a party girl. I just didn't like that. She was partying all the time. I wanted to go island hopping. Wanted to go to the beach. She didn't want to do that stuff. So we're fighting and arguing a lot. So that was that there. She was not my girlfriend. You know, that's it. You know, it didn't work out. And I was so upset on the first trip. So I took 2 trips to the Philippines. Okay, so far. That first trip, I was so upset. I was like, man, I'm just going to go back home because it was really upsetting. We had this huge argument and arguing for so long, for over a week. I wasn't going to complete my trip. And then I ended up getting a lot of help, a lot of it from John at the Clipper Hotel. He was so lovely, the owner. And I said, no, okay, well, I'll finish my trip. And then I had this wonderful time. And then you see the Cebu video. I'm on a boat partying. You know, it's awesome. But yeah, that was that. And then, yeah, the second trip was much better. So that was for my friend's wedding. So even better, I'm traveling with young professionals for a reason. We're going to this wonderful wedding, one of the best I've been to in my life. Such a beautiful wedding, and there was lovely people. Everything was perfect, you know, the food, and we're all dressed up. It's really cool. And then we went around, you know, we went to Palawan and we went to Dumageddon and all that. So, I mean, that's probably another big tip. I should cover that before, but, you know, be careful who you travel with, you know. Even have those discussions, have those arguments before you go, you know. For me, you gotta understand, guys, I was scared. After the first trip, I'm like, oh no, I've had a falling out, my plans are falling apart, I'll have to cancel parts of my trip now. So I was scared. I was like, I'm gonna go back home, this is terrible, I'm going back to Australia. But I'm so glad I did it. I travelled by myself, it was scary, but I had experiences of a lifetime. And I guess that's something you guys can take away, you know, even if you travel by yourself, don't wait for other people. If you want to travel, you can do it, you know. Yeah, I'm talking to you. But no, seriously, you know, if you want to travel, do it. You know, and I do get messages about people wanting to meet up and travel with me. That's really cool. I appreciate it. But one, I do prefer to travel on my own for now. And 2, it can be hard, you know, with work, organising schedules and that. But I do appreciate the offers, guys. But even for yourself, don't be afraid. Travel with some friends, you know, obviously people you feel you can get along well with. And, you know, don't be afraid to travel by yourself too.